I'm standing here with Robin of Guru Games. What up? Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Hello, I'm Robin. I'm the lead designer at Guru Games, and I work with Magnetic, and is now here to show off our new title, Medusa's Labyrinth.
Yes, Medusa's Labyrinth. So this is a first-person horror game, right?
Yeah, it's a first-person horror game which is set in ancient Greece. So we're gonna build a game which focuses a lot around these kind of mythological beings, such as minotaurs and satyrs and sirens and other cool stuff which you can find in the Greek mythology.
Yeah, that's actually one of the, because I came in yesterday and talked to one of your colleagues, and that was actually one of the selling points that got me really hooked. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be Greek mythology, and he talked about you would have like Medusa and shit in the game. So could you start by just telling me a little, what is the game about?
Yeah, so we're very early in development right now, but in the demo we have right here, you're inside an ancient temple, and something in here has gone horribly wrong, like it's usually is in horror games.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah. In here it's some kind of curse. People think the gods have abandoned them, people are getting very sick and they get weird symptoms all over their bodies and stuff like that, and people are starting to disappear. And in the demo you are following, you're a priest which is following a party of warriors which has gone lost in these temple catacombs. So you're gonna find out what has happened. And we have a lot of ideas about the finished product later. We're thinking about maybe making the main character into a little girl, which is an oracle, which is trying to find her way out of the temple and trying to survive when everything has gone really wrong.
That's a really cool premise, actually. So I played through the entire demo. First, I gotta say I loved it. It was really cool, really cool. I guess I'm wondering what made you go for Greek mythology? Like I played a few similar kind of horror games before, and they've all been very fictional in their kind of settings. But this is still, I mean, having the entire like mythology, kind of religious, not religious, but still grounded in reality. It really makes it more easier to adapt to, I think. So why that choice?
Well, basically it all started with that we wanted to make a horror game. That was our first game. We wanted to make something which is scary.
Yeah.
And we're all fans of Greek mythology. I read these kind of books when I was small and read about all the ancient kind of gods and monsters and stuff like that, and we thought, this is a really cool setting, and we want to make something like it. We have games like God of War and stuff like that, which uses the Greek mythology really well, but you really fight with the monsters there. We wanted to make the player feel scary feel scared in a situation, in an ancient situation, and use all these cool buildings, all these cool monsters, and just make our own twist of the Greek mythology.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, I've been playing a lot of horror games in the past, and you know, some of my favorites are these kind of, first-person survival kind of Amnesia, Outlast, Alien Isolation. This very much reminded me of those kind of games, which made me very happy. I think there are way too few of those games out there. So, especially from another Swedish developer, it's always great to have like more of this stuff. So, like, are you guys fans of those kind of games yourselves?
Yeah. A lot of people on the company is a fan of horror games, especially me.
Oh yeah.
I played Amnesia and was like, oh, holy crap, this is the best thing I've ever played. And I wanted to make something which was a bit like it, with this kind of suspense horror rather than jump scare horror, and tell a cool tale in a scary setting. That's really something I want to do.
Yeah, I gotta say it was very immersive. I mean, like this demo, I got very into very quickly. So I guess that's a good sign. Yeah, well done so far.
Thank you.
This is not your first game though. You did that one called Magnetic before, right?
Yeah, we have just finished Magnetic. It was released in May, which is a Portal-inspired puzzle game where you control magnetism.
Oh yeah.
And it's out on Steam now. But now we want to make something new, something more atmospheric.
Oh yeah.
That was, yeah. more horror.
Going into some of the like more geeky tech details, this is running on Unreal Engine 4. It's running really well. Very nice visuals. Magnetic was made on Unity, right?
Yeah, it's made in Unity 4.
So how's it been like working with Unreal compared to like working on Unity in the past?
Yeah, for me, which is more interested in visuals and making atmosphere and stuff like that, I really liked going into Unreal Engine. Unity is a great engine, but you need to have some kind of syntax knowledge and stuff like that. And I really liked being able to work in Blueprint. It made it much easier for me as a lead designer and level designer, which was the thing I worked with in the demo, to make stuff by myself and not need the programmers all the time. And yeah, I'm also very interested in lighting. I've done a lot of lighting in the demo, and Unreal Engine has great lighting, but it's not a newbie engine. If you want to make your first game and you want to try mechanics and stuff like that, then Unity is a great engine as well. So it's much about what you prefer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like for me, recently I've seen a lot of controversy coming out of Unity. Like people have been, I don't know if you're up to date, but there's been a lot of accusations from like small tier developers who are like accused of like doing asset flips and just buying asset packs and like flipping them around and reselling them. But to at least me personally, it feels like when I hear somebody's working on Unreal Engine 4 compared to working in Unity, it kind of feels like, oh shit, these guys are for serious, you know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of serious people who works in Unity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But there are a lot more assets on the Unity store than it is on the Unreal store, and it's an easier engine to just make something very basic in. So we will probably see these kind of asset games in Unreal Engine as well, now that it's free as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there are those problems. Yes.
Yeah, I know. But then again, I mean, Unity is good at Unity. Like, I think Hearthstone is made in Unity.
Yeah,
so
Hearthstone is made in Unity. Yeah.
So absolutely, it's like it's up to you guys to create the right kind of content. So don't asset flip. Back to the Medusa game itself. Is it just going to be a single player campaign, or is it going to be any multiplayer, any co-op maybe?
Right now, we're just thinking single player. We've also had some ideas of multiplayer and co-op as well. If the game works well, and if people really like it, and we've had some ideas that it would be cool to just sneak around the party with the bow, and some players control monsters. But also, we can wait for that.
Don't worry about it.
But also, we want to make a co-op. We've been thinking about it. For example, we have this, which I talked about earlier, I think, with that we maybe want to make the protagonist as.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're thinking about making a co-op where one can play as her and the other as the guy in the demo.
Shit!
And you have like this different kind of powers then. Like the other one is kind of a normal person, the one you play in the demo, while the other one is an oracle, so it can be a lot more magic and stuff like that. But all I can promise actually is a single player campaign. Okay,
fair enough. Single player is where horror's at anyway. But I mean, co-op is always fun if you manage to pull it off. But yeah, a steady single player is better than a tacked on co-op anyway, so I guess. So what platforms can we expect this at?
Right now we're very early in development, so I can't say for sure which platforms we're going to release on, but as most developers, we want to make it at as many platforms as possible. We've had some experience working with both PC and Steam, but also Xbox One. But we would really like to see the game on PlayStation 4 and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so would I.
Yeah, so we're thinking next-gen consoles and PC.
All right.
Before now. Yeah.
No Wii U or PS Vita?
Not sure. I can't say. It depends.
All right, fair enough. I'm holding my breath for it. Yeah. All right, and finally, when can we expect it to maybe be released?
Again, I can't promise anything, but we're thinking about 1 year and 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So spring of 2017, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
And you talked earlier a bit about maybe there's going to be a demo or something.
Yeah, we have plans to release this demo, which we're showing off here at NADCon.
It's really good, by the way.
For free in about a month or something. We're gonna fix some bugs which we have encountered, so you don't have to get stuck and stuff like that.
Yeah, I noticed the monster kind of got stuck in a door once. Not a major issue, but it was fun.
We're gonna fix some minor issues and stuff like that, and make sure that the people out there that plays at home can get the best experiences possible when they're playing at home. So check it out on our Facebook or Twitter or website.
Yeah. So what are the links to your social media?
Yeah, our social media is either you just search for Guru Games or Medusa's Labyrinth, or Magnetic if you're interested in that. It's called Magnetic Cage Closed.
That one is out on Steam right now.
That one is out on Steam, yes, for 15 euros.
So fans of Portal, check it out. It's also really cool. It's available right here. Fun question. Are we gonna be able to try this or maybe see more of you guys at other events? Maybe GameX this fall or something?
Yeah, it's very possible. We haven't decided yet where we're going, but we're usually going to most events and showing off our games.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Well, thanks so much for taking the time and talk, and hope to see more of Medusa's Labyrinth soon. Look forward to the demo coming sometime in a month or something. Take care. Cheers!